Welcome back, everybody, to the Insightful Podcast. We gain insight in order to move forward in life. Today's episode is about the paradox of control, why letting go makes you more powerful. You guys know how I like doing these podcasts, these solo ones. Just get straight into it, 5 points, go through it clearly, and then the episode will be done. Quick episodes that allow you to have a new understanding. And with this new understanding, you could take something away from it and apply it once you are done watching. So, for the first point, we have the illusion of control. Most people believe they have control over everything, but in reality, life is very unpredictable. Trying to control everything leads to stress, anxiety, and burnout. And this is why Stoicism is so important because it allows you to have the perspective of only focusing on the things that you can control. You focus on what time you're going to wake up in the morning, what time you're going to go to the gym, what kind of routine do you want on a daily basis. This is in your control. But what is not in your control is unforeseen circumstances that may throw all of that out of whack, right? And you could plan for everything. You could plan your day out. You could plan your goals when you want to reach them. But things will happen that you did not see coming. And you can't be frustrated with it and you can't get stressed over it because these are things that just happen and it is what it is, right? That's why I think it's so important to plan and to schedule. But at the end of the day, stuff might happen to you or stuff might happen to people around you where you need to help or you need to be involved and kind of everything that you wanted to do goes off plan, right? So realizing that you do have control in your life, but there are times where you will have a minimal amount of control and you just need to kind of accept these moments, right? And this is so true when it comes to like just trying to realize what you can control is you can't control others as well. You can't control their actions, so don't get upset when they might be doing something that you don't want them to do. And you can't control what other people do with their life. Sometimes, especially in self-improvement, you'll start to better yourself, you'll start to lock in whatever that might look like, and then the people closest to you around you might not be doing the same. And when they're not doing the same, it might frustrate you because you know the importance of it. But what you must realize is that you could give them some wisdom, you could give them some guidance. But if they don't want to do it, don't waste your energy on being frustrated with it because you cannot control others. And especially on the self improvement journey, people need to find themselves. For the second point, letting go versus giving up. Letting go doesn't mean being passive or careless. It means focusing on what you can control, your mindset, actions, and responses, while releasing what you can't, right? At the end of the day, your mindset is yours. You have that mindset for as long as you want to have it for, right? That is completely in your control. The actions you take on a day to day basis are in your control. And your responses to how things might go poorly are in your control because all of these things are inevitable, right? You might deal with certain doubts and certain things that might happen that will give you doubts if you allow them to. But if your mindset is strong enough, it won't happen. You are in control of your actions, how you wake up, when you go to sleep, what you do on a day to day basis, if you're going to go to the gym or not. These are all within your control. So if you focus on those things only, you will see that your life will start to improve and you'll start to live with less stress. The next point is trusting the process. Whether in business, fitness, or relationships, real power comes from trusting that things will unfold as they should. This mindset shift reduces fear and opens doors to unexpected opportunities. This is super important because if you just allow yourself to view it as this is God's will. Let's take a quick break to speak about the sponsor for the podcast. I am now working with a company called Attilius Apparel, and if you want Christian fitness wear that looks like or this, click the link in the description. Now let's get back into the podcast. Whatever happens will happen, you know? And I like that Luke Belmar quote when he says that your relationship with God is that of a captain and a sailor. The captain directs where you go, and you only have the ability to row, right? And that's the whole thing with your relationship with God, is that in business, in fitness, you can't predict how much muscle you're going to build. You can't predict how much money your business will make next year, right? But what you can control is your actions, how you put the work in, right? If you put the work in as someone that is constantly, grinding, constantly putting in the hustle in order to get there, you will see that eventually you most likely will have a positive outcome. What that positive outcome will be is uncertain, but if you do the right things on a day-to-day basis, that usually the result will always be a positive one. The next point is how surrender creates strength. When you stop forcing things and start adapting, you'll become more resilient. Many successful people credit their breakthroughs to moments of surrender, not relentless force. You need to understand that when things aren't working out, maybe it is just not for you, right? Maybe that the way you're doing it is the wrong way, and you keep saying to yourself, this is the way it's supposed to be done, and it's not the way, right? So just give yourself a little bit of patience. Give yourself the ability to let go of certain situations, and you will see that most of the time it was the best option, just letting go. And for the last step, I want to give you guys some practical steps to let go. Meditation, journaling, and focusing on the present moment can help you detach from the need for control. The more you let go of fear and resistance, the more powerful and effective you become. That is the whole thing. And that is why I believe sometimes that the first thing you should learn to do in your self improvement journey is start to be more present. Because when you are present in every single situation in your life, you are able to identify things that are within your control and things that are not in your control. And when you're able to identify those things, you could start to live a better life, a life more in your control, because you are not focusing on the things that are out of your hands. So start meditating, start journaling. These are crucial things that you should be doing on a day-to-day basis if you want to remain present, if you want to be able to have the ability to let go in tough situations. Because if you don't have any practical ways to achieve this, it will not happen. That is all I wanted to go over today for this episode of the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys enjoyed, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Spotify. Let me know in the comments any certain topics that you would like me to discuss in the future, and I'll definitely consider them. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Crush a coal to a diamond, eyes forever shining. Your beauty alone inspire a nigga to rhyming.